With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, trackside. Once again, race fans here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, Swift Motorsports gonna be turning left and right here at the Glen. That's right, upstate New York. Gonna host tonight's race and tomorrow night's race in the Silverback. Tax Solutions Xfinity Series tax season coming up, so hit up the Silverback. But first, these Performance Truck Series drivers gonna lay it all down on the line. 45 laps here tonight around this almost 2.5 mile road course here. Excuse me. And multiple drivers already turning in a qualifying time, 10-minute qualifying session. So I tell you what, let's jump right into the business at hand. There's your qualifying order as they run right now, a 1:13.43 out of Kevin Burrows is the quick time here tonight in qualifying. Jake Fluman right behind him, Jim Ott, Sean Mitchell, Mike Van Houten round out your top 5. We've still got about 10 drivers left to get out there on Oh, and we do apologize. That is a 13-13. Looks like our timing scoring a little bit off there. We'll see if we can't get that fixed up, rectified for you. Gone and away and back once again. There it is for you. No real driver change, just a time change. That 13:31 going to a 13:12 for Kevin Burrows. He'll have the fast time tonight. Logan Hartman still yet to get out on track. Aaron Davidson. How about Aaron Gerwitz? Driver up inside the top 5 in the point standings here tonight. Let's see how he goes about the business at hand. The Sparkle and Shine Moo and Brew Ford F-150 of Greg Olenek. He's out there on his time lap. So how you doing? How you feeling out there in Raceland, TV fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, David Cave bringing you all the calls from the track here tonight. At the road course, you're not going to see that typical caution flag. Only local yellows here at the Glen. So drivers have got to do a good job at getting around the track. Hustle in the truck. You're going to see the back end step out just a little bit from time to time. But most importantly, you got to keep the tires on the pavement. A lot of time can be lost. A lot of time can be given up quickly in one or two corners here. Just slight mishaps, and you're going to see truck drivers all over each other. Looking at the timing and scoring, though, here in qualifying for a one-time fast lap there, Kevin Burrows with over a half a second on Jake Fluman, and Fluman has got just about a half a second over Jim Ott. Big little gaggle of cars from third on back on the timing and scoring charts. Trying to take a look around the track at the different cameras we've got set up. We don't see anybody out there on the track. Larry Poling just kind of hanging out down there on pit road in his 69 Chevy Silverado. Can Poling get around the track here tonight better than his competitors? We're going to have to wait and see who gets the job done. And tonight at the road course, first time the series has been to a road course this season. Will we see another first-time winner around the corner with just 30 seconds left? Looks like Kevin Burrows is going to walk away with the top spot. Quick time tonight in qualifying belongs to the man in the 26 machine. Kevin Burrows is going to pilot that Chevy Silverado to the pole position. A 1:13.12 is the time, and we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, then head trackside for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere. Race fans, we'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
And we head back trackside as drivers begin to make their way to the starting grid. We'll go ahead and get rid of some official business for you here coming into tonight's race. Race number 8 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. There you can see him, the man at the top of the point standings, Hunter Collier, well in front of his closest competitor, Jason Branch, right there, 29 points back in second place. Aaron Gurwitch, 45 back. Jason Harrison and Michael Madden round out your top 4. Madden sitting 64 points back. Adam Pettit, Greg Olenek, Matt Deason, Sean Kozier, and Kevin Haas round out your top 10. Haas sitting 79 points back from points leader Collier, so a big discrepancy on the points. And how about your pole sitter here tonight? Kevin Burrows outside of the top 10. There you can see him down there in that 12th position. Mike Van Houten. How about Nathan Nixon? He's had a solid run so far this season. Jim Ott, a little bit of a struggle this year in the Performance Truck Series. Look to see if he can turn things around starting here tonight in race number 8. Ott going to start inside the top 5. And, well, speaking of your top 5, we'll see if we can't get an eye on them here. Beginning to line up on that front stretch. And there you can see most of the trucks all lined up, ready to fire things off, ready to go, ready to follow the pace car around for one lap before we get things kicked off. And a long night for these drivers. And a lot of drivers' minds. Some of them had a long flight from Iowa, from Worldwide Technology Raceway last night, hopping a flight all the way up here to Watkins Glen to compete in tonight's race at the Glen. Season wearing down. Regular season coming to a close in just 2 more weeks, so these drivers have only got 3 races to get things where they need to be and get their season going. We'll see if we have another first-time winner, if things can turn around for a driver inside of the top 10. We'll see if we have any surprises on the night. And it does look like the rest of the field has made their way to the starting grid. And you can hear those familiar sounds in the background. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series at the Glen, starting inside row number 1 in the 26 machine. Kevin Burrows going to grab the pole position here tonight with a 1:13.12 in qualifying. Driver just to his outside, the 1 of Jake Fluman. Back in row number 2 here tonight, the 4 of Jim Ott, followed by the 89 of Sean Mitchell. Mike Van Houten and Pierce Maffitt making up row number 3. Row number 4 here tonight, Hunter Collier and Rob Peterson. Jason Branch, Nathan Nixon will round out your top 10. Back in the 11th starting position inside row number 6, the 58 of Adam Pettit. Brandon Shelton in the 2 machine going to round out your top 12. Back in row number 7, Michael Madden, followed by the 44 of Jason Harrison. The Moon Brew Sparkle and Shine 31 of Greg Olenek going to line up in that 15 starting position. Just to his outside will be the 09 of Aaron Gurwitz. Scott Wise and Dean Gagliano back in row 9, and row number 10 here tonight for the Glen, Matt Deason and Sean Kozier. Larry Poling back near the tail end of the field, back in the 11th row. Got a little bit of a mix-up here as we've got some of the admins mixed in with the running order here. Lee Campbell will start in the 22nd position. Looks like Bobby Anderson and Jason Tripp will be the last 2 drivers in row number 12, rounding out your... Oh, a little bit of a calamity here. Some drivers take the access road here on the warm-up lap. We got drivers racing, and we're only on the up-to-speed lap. Get ready for some high-octane road course racing here from Swift Motorsports Performance Truck Series. Going ahead and getting rid of the cone, says Jake Flutman. We'll get them things out of here now. Do it at a slow speed. You might not mess up the front splitter on the car. Maybe a little bit of strategy to that call right there. That rounds out your running order for tonight's race here at Watkins Glen International Raceway. Tell you what, why don't we, whoa, and it looks like Kevin Burrows, looks like he had a little bit of a moment there. Lost him on our screen. What do you say we take a look inside some of these onboard camera shots right before this restart? That's Kevin Burrows starting on the pole position here tonight. Michael Madden carrying one of our onboard cameras as well. Sean Griffin in the 92 Ford F-150 a little further back through the field, but he's carrying one of our camera shots as well. Back up to the front as the iRacing pace car ducks off. And for the first time here tonight, green flag flies at the Glen. Drivers going to make their way down into turn number one. Clean and clear is Burrows. Big stack up back there around the third, fourth, fifth position. Contact with Jim Hunt and Rob Peterson. 83 of Hunter Collier. Mike Van Houten right there. The 0-2. A little bit slow off the turn one. They'll go up through the S's now. A little bit of rear end damage on, I believe that is the 22 of Jason Branch. Somebody already into the back of the 22. We'll have to look at a front bumper here to see if we can match up the culprits. Contact already for a few of the truck drivers out there. Everybody beginning to get single file back through this field. Looks like Brandon Shelton may have had some trouble. Oh, and the four of Jim Ott goes around. Ott spins. He's up against the outside retaining wall, that safer barrier built by the tires, and he's going to lose a ton of track time. That's going to be tough to overcome with only local yellows here. Jake Flumen stepping away from third and fourth. Pierce Madden, Sean Mitchell going at him. Kevin Burrows continues to step away. Already a 1 second advantage as we come to the close of lap number one. How about that Nintendo scheme on the one of Flumen? I'm telling you what, that very well may get voted for the best paint scheme here tonight. Most of the field begins to look like they're getting single file out there. Everybody jockeying for position on this opening lap. Looks like a lot of the drivers satisfied with where they are at for the time being. The 48 of Matt Deason runs a little bit wide through the corner. The 106 trying to capitalize. And they're trying to move his way back to the front of the field. One position over Gene Gagliano. Nathan Nixon also getting by Sean Griffin for the 31st position. There is action all over this track, man. I tell you, it's going to be non-stop 45 laps of action-packed road course racing here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Glad you could all join us here tonight. Check out that camera shot. Sean Mitchell carrying one of our overhead camera shots here. Hooked up right there with the transponder, giving you a little bit of look from over top of the car, over the hood right there. We'll see if anybody gets close enough to go back to one of those camera shots. The drivers make their way through the final few corners. They'll come back to the front stretch here. That's the 39 of Ron Peterson. The backwoods sponsored Chevy Silverado. One of only two bow ties inside of your top 10. I mean, it is Toyota and Ford's lined up all in a row with each other. You've got Hunter Collier and Mike Van Houten. They're both in those Tundras. And then the blue ovals fast here tonight. Jason Branch leading Michael Madden. Adam Pettit will round out the top 10. Greg Olenek, Scott Wise right there. A lot of drivers still all over each other. Fast time on the track so far here tonight. 113.99 the race pace. That's set by race leader Kevin Burrows, who is stepping out. Almost a 2-second advantage already here in just lap number 3 on the board. The 83 of Hunter Collier having to run wide a little bit as Peterson and Mitchell continue to battle in front of him. Now the 89 trying to take it to the outside of the track a little bit. Sean Mitchell gaining a little bit of ground, running wide right there off of the corner of, off the exit of the carousel. Great camera shots here. We'll cycle through a broad range and array of camera shots here tonight Great cameras being set up by all the guys and girls back behind the scenes here at the Turn 3 Racing Network to bring you all of these great camera shots. The L&J Welding sponsored duo right there swapping positions. Collier got by. Mitchell wanted that position back. He's going to go back by once again. They'll head the carousel. No, that's at the top of the S's. I apologize. And down towards the bus stop. And I'm telling you, great camera work. Great action shots here tonight. Let's jump around the track a little bit, see if we see any other battles out there. How about this one right here? Aaron Gurlowitz all over Scott Wise. That's for 12th and 13th. Larry Poling getting behind Sean Griffin. That's going to be for the 24th position. Griffin struggling a little bit here tonight in his 92 Ford F-150. Now Lee Campbell has trouble off track, in trouble for Campbell. We're going to see if we can't dial that up. Let's see if we can't show you the replay there. Got a battle to keep on hand right now. Aaron Gurlowitz trying to make his way up and around the 8 of Scott Wise. He's going to do so with relative ease. Here comes Jason Ayerson in the 44 right behind Scott right now. He's going to try to take a position 08. Let's check the replay. Let's see what happened back there with Lee Campbell. Oh, and it looks like the tire's just locking up on him right there. He's going to spin around. A little bit of a... Oh, my gosh. I was going to say, that's a little bit of a blind corner to be having to get the car straightened back out and headed back in the right direction, but he's going to do so. Engine's loud, ain't it? A 1:13.55 fast time here in race trim for Burrows. That is an entire 0.6 of a second faster than Jake Fluman, and you can see what that is translating into the speed difference between Burrows and Fluman. Look at that, 4.8, almost a 5-second advantage. We're just 6 laps into tonight's 45-lap event. So drivers better get on the get up, because Burrows, he gone, man. I'm telling you, it's going to take a big mistake here. It's going to take a big-time mistake, I do believe, out of Kevin Burrows in that 26 truck for him to lose the gap that he has now. It's all about maintaining pace, really. And check out the new paint scheme on that 44 of Jason Ayerson, the Shell Benzoil 44, looking for a position. He's going to look to the inside of Scott Wise on the corner. Not going to quite get there. Going to head down the short chute. Outside line. Going to work out. Going to prevail. He'll have the preferred inside lane here in the final corner. And that's going to force Scott Wise to run a little bit higher line than what he would have wanted. Looking to grab a position, looking to capitalize on that is the 13 of Bobby Anderson. He's going to grab the spot for the time being. He'll have the inside lane. Scott Wise deep into the corner. Wise deep into the corner, and it's going to pay off here. What will the Silverback Ohio State University-sponsored 13 of Bobby Anderson do here tonight? He's not going to back off either. Says, you know what, I want some of it. And he's going to get some of it. Another position gained by Anderson. He moves up 12 positions from where he started tonight's race. Biggest mover of the race so far, only 7 laps in. He's up 12 spots. You better watch it. I think Anderson may be at the front of the field by the time we're done with tonight's race. See if we can't go check out any more of the battles right now. Watching teammates, Sean Mitchell and Hunter Collier, continuing to go at it on the track, left and right, left and right. They follow each other, right in each other's tire tracks. Nobody really has a clear-cut advantage between these two drivers. We'll step back a little further here for a moment. Check out the battle between, I believe that is the 15 machine of Michael Madden and Adam Pettit going at it, the 58. Sim Speed Shop machine trying to lay down some fast times, trying to make his way a little bit further up into the top 10. Drivers with a little bit of trouble already early here tonight. It looks like Brendan Shelton down on pit road for an extended stay. Sean Griffith already being listed 2 laps down. Larry Bowling also 1 lap down. So a few drivers struggling already early here tonight. Just 8 laps on the board out of the 45 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Here in race number 8, season number 4 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Let's go back to another battle. How about we go with a 3-truck battle? 98 of Nathan Nixon, Scott Wise, and Jim Ott right there. Remember, Ott qualified up inside the top 5, had a big spin coming through the bus stop on lap number 1. He's having to pick his way back through this field. He's going to grab not just one. Whoa, big moment there. Jim Ott has to go way up the track. Going to do so and grab a position for the time being. So the auto owner's insurance number 4 Chevy Silverado begins to work his way. He'll try to crack back into the top 15, but you see extensive damage on the right side. A little bit of front end damage on the left side too, right in front of that left front tire. See if we can go back to any more battles here. We're gonna, looks like Sean Mitchell beginning to slowly step away from Hunter Collier. Mike Van Houten, the 0-2, John Deere, a Toyota Tundra right there in 7th. Jason Branch running fast here tonight inside your top 10. Branch sits in 8th. Michael Madden back in 9th. And Adam Pettit round out your top 10. The 69 of Larry Bowling struggling a little bit here tonight in that U.S. Army sponsored Chevy Silverado. He'll move up the track out of the way. 3 trucks get by. Jason Branch in the 22 will be the next to get by. There you can see Branch just now making his way around as drivers head back into the bus stop chicane. Once again, everybody following the 89 of Sean Mitchell for the time being. Hunter Collier looks like he wants to step up just a little bit further in the field. He's looking like he's ready to pounce, and he's going to look to the inside as we jump to an onboard camera shot. This is going to be a great shot of how to get a pass done or how to defend. Nice little crossover there into the corner. You can see him brake early, get back on the gas. That'll set him up on the outside. A little bit of a wiggle there getting into the corner. Big wiggle on corner exit. Still catching the truck. And Sean Mitchell going to scoot away. Still got some exciting battles out there on the track. I tell you what don't we jump back up here with Jake Fluman because he's got a driver closing in on him. Pierce Mappin, the 41 machine. Walked away with a podium position last night at Worldwide Technology Raceway after a little bit of a heated battle between himself and some other drivers. Heck of a job done. Well done last night. Able to persevere through the troubles and get back to a podium position, and already in a podium spot here tonight at the Glen. Pierce Mapp at the 41 Ford F-150 looks to get back to victory lane. Does he have anything for the fast man at the front, though? 8.8 seconds, almost a 9-second advantage already working around the track. Lap number 12. Kevin Burrows is gone from the field right now. Pierce Maffitt closing in on Jake Fluman. We'll watch this battle for about another half a lap or so. We'll see if anything develops, anything unfolds. Big dive into turn one there for Maffitt. And he's going to lose a little bit of ground on that corner exit. Tell you what, let's jump back to this battle that's still raging on. A four-car battle. Sean Mitchell, Hunter Collier, Mike Van Houten, and Jason Branch. All right there, going at it for position on the racetrack. That's from 5th all the way back to 8th. And some house cleaning in order early here tonight from the Glen. 45 laps, the official race distance. We are already 12 laps deep. 25 drivers took to the starting grid here tonight. We have still got 20 left on the lead lap. Sean Kocher in the 97 Ford F-150 listed as the first driver. 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. But don't expect a full course caution. Local yellows only here tonight at the Glen. So unfortunately, he'll have to find a way to race his way back onto the lead lap. And once you get that far behind at a road course with only the local yellows, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to overcome. Looking back through the field at the biggest movers and, well, I hate to categorize it this way, biggest losers, or drivers that have lost the most positions. Let's say it that way. That sounds a lot nicer, a lot better. Yeah, you know, that's kind of like saying, instead of saying I'm a garbage man, I'm a refuse recycling engineer. Sounds important, huh? No, just kidding. Just kidding. Bobby Anderson in the 13 F-150. He's going to go ahead and pull to pit road. We gotta see. Doesn't look like he's had any on-track issues, so that looks to be a scheduled stop for the 13 machine. Biggest mover of the race so far before the pit stop was Bobby Anderson. He was up 10 positions, but now that's going to belong to Jason Tripp, I believe. Yes, it is. Jason Tripp in the 91 F-150. He's up 7 positions all the way up to the 18th spot. But unfortunately for the two of Brandon Shelton, he's lost 13 positions from where he started, just outside the top 10 in that 12th spot, and already down and out of the race behind pit wall. Trying to fix things is that two Chevy Silverado in contact. Trouble between the 89 and the 83. Big time trouble here as Collier tries to get the truck back underneath him. And with that trouble between himself and Sean Mitchell, that's going to put him right back in the clutches of Mike Van Houten, the John Deere Toyota Tundra, with a strong run here. 4 out of your top 7 drivers are sporting that Tundra emblem on the front end of their machines. All lined up in a row, as a matter of fact, from 4th all the way back to the 7th position. All Toyotas right now. Battle between these Ford truck drivers. Still a battle between these Ford truck drivers. We've watched it lap after lap after lap. This looks to be where the action really is here tonight. But we will step you through the field as we cross the line, this time by lap number 15 already underway. Race leader Kevin Burrows making his way towards the stop chicane. And producers, you gotta warn me when we're going to that overhead engine cam right there. That thing is loud. Kevin Burrows out to almost a 12-second advantage over the field. It's a Sunday drive here for him inside that 26 machine. Looking for victory lane for the first time here in season number 4. Drivers sitting back in the second position as they run right now. Pierce Maffitt in the 41 machine trying to get the job done. We'll see if he can't close the distance, close the gap. It's going to be hard pressed to take the top spot away, but Maffitt looking to have a solid second place as he's going to peel for pit road. Rob Peterson, what does Peterson do? He's going to stay out on the track as well as your race leader, Kevin Burrows. Sean Mitchell, Hunter Collier, both pull to pit road. Jason Branch is going to pull to pit road as well. We're keeping our eye on this pit road entry as Adam Pettit and Michael Madden make their way off of the corner exit. They're both going to stay on the track. Aaron Gerwitz going to hit the pit road this time around. What does the 44 of Jason Ayrson do? Ayrson's going to peel. He's going to bring Jim Ott with him. Dean Gagliano, Jason Tripp, Scott Wise. Next three drivers to make their way off of pit lane. Take a look down pit road. A little bit of a busy place. Quiet front stretch here, except for the drivers heading down pit road, or on pit road, I should say. We'll head back towards the front of the field. Rob Peterson up 6 spots. He's in second. Race leader to pit road this time around. Rob Peterson looks like he's going to go ahead and come to pit road as well. What does Adam Pettit do in the 58 machine? Does he stay out on the track, or does he go ahead and come down to pit road? Just a handful of drivers yet to come down pit road for their first stop. Pettit, Madden join your top two on pit road. Mike Van Houten looks like he may stay out here. Van Houten, indeed, he's going to stay out on the track. He's going to go ahead and lead a lap here tonight. So for the first time, new race leader at the front of the field. 2 leaders, 1 lead change. We'll see how the green flag pit cycle cycles itself on through as we are knocking on the door of the halfway point already here tonight. Very fast pace race here tonight. Nathan Nixon inside of the top 15 now. He's dropped 4 spots from where he started tonight's race, but still a strong showing, still up inside the top 15 and still looking for a little more. He'll head. Oh, well, we thought he was going to head to pit road. No, but a big time gain right there. What a run. He's going to go ahead and grab 2 positions. And he'll move up to the 12th spot. Now he's got Jim Ott right behind him. Both of these drivers on fresher tires. And how about the recovery from Jim Ott? Went all the way from, I believe he started in that 3rd position here tonight. And he dropped all the way to the tail end of the field after an opening lap incident coming off the corner exit of this turn right here, the bus stop chicane. Don't sleep on this chicane. Whoa, sideways there for Nixon. Ott looking to the inside as Nixon runs wide in the carousel along MacArthur Ford. Sparkle Shine F-150 with a little trouble through the opening side of the carousel. He's going to close in well on corner exit and back down to the close right there. Now that's some good road course action. We'll see what else we see out there on the track. Sean Mitchell right there trying to run down Hunter Collier. Collier able to get off the pit road and away from Mitchell. Jason Branch a little bit further back behind them. There you can see Scott Wise sitting 1 lap down in the 18th position here. Through the green flag pit stops, we have lost more drivers on the lead lap. We are down now to just 14 drivers on the lead lap in 19 laps. That is almost putting a driver 1 lap down every single lap. That is the pace inside of the 26 Chevy Silverado of Kevin Burrows. He is all but checked out. He might as well go ahead and call his wife and kids, tell the boys back at the shop to make some room for another trophy, because this one's coming home tonight. Unless Kevin Burrows has a big-time incident, look for him to get to victory lane. Pierce Maffitt right there running in the second position, 11.8 seconds back. Maffitt's got a right around a 9-second difference. Back to third place runner Rob Peterson in the back of the Chevy Silverado. Great run here for Peterson in that 39 machine. Richard Collier back and forth. Jason Branch round out your top 5. Lee Campbell and Dean Gagliano going back and forth with each other. That's going to be for 16th. That's going to be for the 16th and 17th position on the racetrack. We're watching Jim Ott as he's trying to close back in on Nathan Nixon. Jason Harrison in the 44 machine. He's lost a little bit of ground. He's back outside of the top 10. Now he's running at 13th. Bobby Anderson up 12 positions inside the top 15. That's 14th. We're going to stay right here with this battle as it is your closest battle on the racetrack. Nathan Nixon, Jim Ott going at it. That's going to be for 11th and 12th on the speedway, about 1.5 seconds back from Aaron Gerwitz for position. There you can see the 48 of Matt Deason. Deason has had some trouble. He is listed off in the lead lap. Deason kindly moves to the inside of his 48 Ally machine. Going to get out of the way of the lead lap cars. Man, Scott Wise throwing that thing around the corner. I tell you what, I think we got Nathan Nixon. I apologize, not Scott Wise. Scott was running right here with Nathan until that green flag pit stop, and now Wise sitting off of the lead lap back in the 18th position. I tell you what, I do believe we've got an onboard camera shot. Let's ride one lap around the Glen inside that long MacArthur Ford Sparkle and Shine 98 of Nathan Nixon. Up through the S's here on board with Nixon. Back down the backstretch to the bus stop chicane here. He's making up some ground. Look at that ground made up. Nixon has got some pace right here. That is the 69 of Larry Poling just off in front of him. Poling listed multiple laps down. Whoa, a little bit of a moment there. Nixon having to jump out of the gas, correct the truck. That's the man he's chasing right there, though. Off in front of him, you can see the rear deck lid, the bumper of that 09 of Aaron Gerwitz, and he's getting caught. Nathan Nixon is catching Gerwitz slowly but surely. He is beginning to reel him in. 2.4 seconds doesn't look like much on the track. Looks like a lot on the stopwatch. Will we see Nixon get there in the next few laps? We'll jump outside of the car once again as Nixon has stepped away from Jim Ott slightly. Ott still staying in touch. No real tow, though, to be spoke of down these few little straightaways that we do have here on Watkins Glen International Raceway. There it is again, that gap, 0.2 of a second, already eaten up by that 98. We got Riggs Racing out in the chat saying Nixon on the move, and yeah, I've got to concur with you, bud. He is definitely faster than the people that he is racing around right now. He's definitely got some pace there. A little bit of a slip up through that carousel, but we've seen him run that unconventional line through the carousel lap after lap. It kind of seems to work for him. We'll see if he continues to run that same line throughout the rest of tonight's race. As race fans, we have passed the halfway point. We are down to just 23 laps to go as Nixon wiggles off of the final corner. They'll head down the front stretch. Ott closes in once again. Great race here tonight by the Swift MotorSports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series drivers. And if you're looking to have a shot at running in this series, maybe you're interested in the ARCA series, how about an Xfinity series or a Cup series? They've got it all right here at Swift MotorSports. You can find them on Facebook.com or right here on the world's #1 racing simulator, iRacing.com. Just head on over to the lead directories and type in Swift Motorsports, and you can find yourself hooked up with one of the admins and have a shot at running in Season 1 of 2022. A handful of races still left here in Season number 4 of 2021 for these drivers. Just about, I believe it is what, 7 races after tonight's race? Just 2 more races after tonight in the regular season. Then it will be a 5-race shootout, the championship rundown. Drivers trying to make their way into the championship chase in these next handful of weeks. And with just 22 laps to go, Kevin Burrows going to give himself a shot in the arm. We seen it earlier tonight in the pre-race show. We seen it earlier tonight where Burrows sitting outside of the top 10 in the 12th position right now. So if the chase were to have started tonight, he would have missed the cutoff line, but a race win that will not secure him into a championship position, but that will definitely pay dividends as he's going to lead the most laps led here tonight. He's going to have the pole position, and he all but has this thing in the bag with a 16.1 advantage over second place runner Pierce Maffitt. I mean, Maffitt is a good about a quarter of the way behind him here. I mean, that is just lights out pace by Kevin Burrows in that 26 machine. And you know, I'm starting to look at this, the laptop. Whoa, big moment. Nathan Nixon and Jim Ott getting to it. Uh-oh, Nathan Nixon gonna go around back up into the outside wall. Big trouble as Nixon was running well. This is a very tough spot. Oh, and oh my gosh. More drivers involved. The 44 absolutely ate the tail end of Nixon. More drivers trying to skirt their way through now. Let's go back, see how it all started here. There's a little bit of net code contact right there between those two truck drivers. Backs it into the outside wall and then trying to get it corrected. Man, just listen to this hit. This is going to be a hard lick right here. Oh, nowhere to go for Ayrson. Wow, big hit right there. We'll jump back up near the front of the field, watching the driver in second right here inside his Ford F-150. Ooh, big trouble for Nixon there. Big trouble for Jason Ayrson as well. Jim Ott with more damage on the front end of his machine, and there's Ayrson right there trying to get his way back around to the track, back to pit lane, and he's not going to be able to get there. He's going to have to take an access road and head to pit lane in an unconventional manner. And that's going to put us now down to, I believe, just 12 drivers left on the lead lap. Mike Van Houten, the 02, listed as, oh no, Mike Van Houten listed as the first driver 1 lap down in that 12th position. Jim Ott in the Ford machine, last driver on the lead lap. Man, that is crazy pace. I don't care what you say. That's lights out. That's warp speed. If Doc was on the car, that thing go back to the future. I'm telling you, he is absolutely gone inside of that 26 truck. 48 of Matt Deason with some more trouble here tonight on lap number 23. In 13 seconds now, you can see it was a 16-second advantage. And that's what I was getting ready to talk about before we seen that the catastrophe and calamity happen between two, and then make it a third, fourth driver as well involved in that incident that caught out Jason Harrison, Nathan Nixon, Jim Ott. These drivers came to pit lane right around lap 15, lap 16, somewhere right in that range. About a 2 to 3 lap discrepancy, maybe from lap. It looks like lap 12 was your earliest pit stop. Lap 16 was your latest. Lap 17 your latest pit stop. And with that, you're short. You're short on fuel. You're gonna have to stop again. So it's interesting to see these drivers keep it out here this long. Scott Wise gonna fall yet another lap down to your race leader. Is when do you come to pit road? As soon as it opens up, or do you run it on out? Because you're only going to be a handful of laps short. You're only going to be about 4 or 5 laps short, so that's about just 1 can of fuel. Do you even get tires? Do you waste the time on the tires here? What do you do? If you're the driver sitting in this Ford F-150 right here, the Davis Designs 41 of Pierce Maffitt, what do you do? Do you worry about the tires? Are the tires going to be that big of a benefit to make up that much time? Yes, you're going to make up some time being in and out of your box very quickly. But are those fresh tires going to be enough to get him back to Kevin Burrows? If you're race leader Kevin Burrows, you've got an 11-second advantage. Why not go ahead and get the 4 tires? That's going to be almost your pit stop. You're sitting still pit stop time right there, so you're not losing a ton of time, a ton of track time to the drivers behind you. So to me, it's almost a no-brainer here, race fans, for Kevin Burrows to take the 4 tires. If I'm Maffitt, or maybe even Rob Peterson, if I'm trying to make up 3 seconds to gain that second position on Maffitt, I might roll the dice here and go ahead with a just fuel only 1 can. Get me to the end. Just give me 1 can of gas and send me back out there, and I'll just have to man up, head down, elbows up, and get the job done. Looking through the timing and scoring, no real battles to speak of as we are deep into tonight's race, about 30 laps into tonight's 45 lap race distance. The 39 of Rob Peterson going to go ahead and head to pit road. There you can see Peterson down on pit road. Nathan Nixon also down on pit road. We'll head back up here with Pierce Maffitt. Sean Mitchell back there in 5th. Hunter Collier and Mitchell both come to pit road. What does Jason Branch do? Branch is going to keep the 22 machine out there on the track for the time being. And I don't know, man. Kevin Burrows last time around put the fastest lap last lap was your race leader Kevin Burrows, almost a full second faster than anybody this late into the tire run. This is almost a complete 15-16 lap run right now for that 41, and he's got a fast time on his in lap. Man, that is, if we've got any F1 fans out there, you know you've heard this, Lewis. It's hammer time, and you always hear that right before he came to pit road, and that's when he would put down some of his fastest laps of the race. That lap on your way to pit road, and that lap getting up to speed off of pit road, very key. And that was actually Pierce Maffitt we seen coming to pit road, not race leader Kevin Burrows, who goes even faster to that time by the start and finish line. He's going to run a 1:14.31. Closest driver to him, a 1:16.17. So that lets you know right there, almost 2 seconds faster. He's got second place by almost 1 minute. That is almost a full lap. You can see it on the timing and scoring there, as now Burrows going to go ahead and peel to pit road. This will be his final stop of the night. So, money stop for the 26 crew. We'll take a look here as Pierce Maffitt, whoa, in the 15 have some trouble, and wow, Michael Madden, all sorts of out of shape here. Madden some very old tires, and he's going to be looking and hunting pit road here. The Moon Brew Sparkle and Shine 31 right behind him. Greg Olenek with a solid run here tonight. Olenek also one of the drivers that still has to hit pit lane for the final time here tonight, so that's going to continue to be a battle, I should say, over the closing 14 laps. What does Madden do? He's going to go ahead and pull to pit road. Looks like Olenek going to come to pit road as well. Back at the front, though. He's been to pit road. He's back out on track, and he's still got 14 seconds over Pierce Maffitt. Man, I'm telling you. We've had our hands full showing a lot of battles here tonight, a lot of different racing action all over this racetrack, the 2.4-mile track here in upstate New York. Watkins Glen International Raceway, not disappointing for the first road course race of the season here in season number 4 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Heck of a job by all of these drivers, really not a lot of on-track incidents. To really speak of, just one or two, and tough break there for the 98 of Nathan Nixon after a charge up through the field. He was on his way to a solid top 10 finish. Contact between himself and Jason Ayrson, that got both of the drivers out of shape. Nixon bearing the brunt out of contact with himself and Jim Mott, and that's when Jason Ayrson came in and kind of cleaned up things. And tough break for both of those drivers, as they are still down on pit road trying to fix their machines. A little bit of blink action there by the 26, some connection issues. We'll see if he can't get that fixed up before the end of tonight's race. Looks like everything nice and smooth once again, and I tell you what, let's go back. And how about the job well done by Michael Madden, man? He's going to grab a lot of ground right here. We're trying to look and see what happened, and it looked like Greg Olenek 3 seconds slower on and off pit road. Pit road time 3 seconds off the pit stop, and right about the same on the stopwatch. So a little bit of struggle getting back up to speed maybe for Olenek. And it's been a long night of racing, we know, race fans, but if you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. Click subscribe and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here with the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. I'd like to give a big shout out to all of the sponsors here at Swift Motorsports. A big shout out to title sponsor Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Head on over to Butt Kicker, check out some of the great products they got, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Also a big time shout out to our ARCA series sponsor, Ayers High Racing Paints. 2 seasons in a row now sponsoring that ARCA series, so a big shout out to everybody over there at the Ayers High Racing Paint Shop. For all the wrap and paint job needs, head on over to Ayers High Racing Paints. Also like to give a big shout out and thank you to the Performance Truck Series coming on board for yet a second season as well here with Swift. Once again, sponsoring the Truck Series, and Silverback Tax Solutions stepping up to the plate, sponsoring the Xfinity Series this season. First time sponsor for Silverback Tax Solutions, so we look forward to having them back next year in the Xfinity Series. Then Hyperdrive Motorsports also sponsoring the Cup Series once again for yet another season. So a big shout out to each and every one of the sponsors and our title sponsor right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. No more trouble. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Wow, Michael, Matt, and Jim Hott cleaning each other out. My goodness, let's check it again. Here's the 15 coming down into turn. Looks like turn 1 here. He's going to overshoot it, get a little loose out of shape. One draw. Oh my gosh. Oh, golly. That is tough. Wow, that is a hard hit. Hard lick right there. My goodness. Wow, with 10 laps to go, big trouble for Jim Hott, and it looks like he's going to be forced to retire the truck at this point in time, late in the race here tonight, so big time trouble for that 4 of Hott. What do you know? Let's go one time right here. Sean Mitchell, Jason Branch going at it with each other. Hunter Collier just off in front of Mitchell, rounding out the podium position. So it's Burrows, Maffitt, Collier, Mitchell, and Branch rounding out your top 5 as we now have just 9 laps remaining here tonight out of the 45 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. And for the 8th time in a row, we will say new race winner here in season number 4 in the Performance Truck Series. We've had 7 races, 7 different race winners tonight. Race number 8, we've got Kevin Burrows, who has not been to victory lane yet. That sounds a little crazy in itself right there. Burrows not going to victory lane this deep into a season run. But tonight he's going to get the job done. He's got himself a 16-second advantage over Maffitt. Collier right there, about 16 to 20 seconds back from Maffitt. So first and second pretty much solidified and secure. Sean Mitchell and Jason Branch, though, if they apply enough pressure, they maybe could find their way up there, but it looks like the lap times all mirroring each other, so everybody going to stay kind of packed up and right where they are. Back up front with your race leader, Kevin Burrows. Once again, we'll watch him make his way around the track. I tell you what, we do have an onboard camera shot. We're going to wait to bring you that. We're going to ride a lap here with your race leader. Let's see how he's getting, excuse me, let's see how he's getting the job done. See how he's getting around the racetrack and just how he is as fast as he is able to just absolutely hammer down lap after lap. He is still over a second faster on the stopwatch than the driver sitting in the second position. So just nobody has an answer right now for that driver. He is just absolutely pounding the pavement here tonight. And here you go. Let's ride one lap with your race leader, Kevin Burrows, crossing the stripe. You can hear him and you can see him. He's not all the way in the gas there coming up through that the S's right there. Nice smooth downshifts into the bus stop. Gonna let the truck roll and settle before he gets back onto the gas here. Nice little roll through the carousel. And you can look at that RPM gauge just grow slow and steady. Eggshell. You've heard it on multiple broadcasts on TV where you hear the former drivers that really say you got to act like there's an egg underneath that gas pedal. You got to squeeze it down slow. You can't just nail the gas and go. You're going to break traction. It's not going to get the job done. You got to really be good on and off of the throttle and into the brake. And right now, Kevin Burrows putting on a show. Absolutely class act. Head and shoulders above his competitors right now. Maffitt struggling to even try to whittle into that race lead of Burrows. Pure domination here tonight out of that 26 of Kevin Burrows. Absolute dominating performance. We started tonight's race with 25 drivers. We are down now to, it looks to be right around the 20 drivers out there still on the track, but look at how many are left on the lead lap, race fans. Just 9 drivers left on the lead lap, and Aaron Gerwitz in the 09, he's going to be in trouble soon. He's going to have the race leader breathing down his neck here in about, I don't know, 4 to 5 seconds. It's only a couple of corners there. You can see the 09 just off in the distance. I mean, that is crazy fast pace right there. To put this many drivers down a lap, and to put some of these drivers multiple laps down, not because of a racing incident, just the quickness. Dean Gagliano had no race incidents here tonight, sitting in the 13th position inside his 34 Ford F-150. He's up 5 positions from where he started, heading in the right direction, but still. Still 2 laps down. I mean, that's... What do you do? How... Oh, man, that's got to be... That's tough. Ain't no other way to say it than that's tough. I mean, look at the distance between Burrows and Branch. That's almost a 50-second gap to 5th place. The drivers at the front, they all have pace. But Burrows has just gotten more of it. I know it may seem like a little bit of a cheerleader session here for Burrows. But man, I'm telling you, the man is just lights out tonight. You see it. I'll tell you what, we'll jump around the track just a little bit here. Let's see who we can see out there. That's Scott Wise. He's battling with a few drivers on the lead lap. Or actually, no, that's the 13 of Bobby Anderson. That's Bobby Anderson, Jason Tripp right there, and I believe the 106 of Lee Campbell. None of those drivers battling for position on the racetrack, just battling for track position. It's kind of a weird one, huh? Not battling for positions on track, just track position. Yeah, wrap your head around that. Race leader Kevin Burrows will see the 30 in the air here from Glen. He's going to see just 3 laps remaining in tonight's race. We'll come off in the final few corners here in just a moment. And you know, let's go ahead and answer our own question down there on the ticker. Who's going to win and set themselves apart? Well, setting himself apart from the field here tonight is the driver in that 26, Kevin Burrows, but nobody able to separate themselves really in the points. This is going to bring things right back there with each other. seen a big tangle of cars there in the point standings, and they're all running with each other right here on the track again. So the point standings going to start to get really hot and heavy over the final few races of the regular season. New Hampshire Motor Speedway in Texas on tap in the next 2 weeks. That's right, it's a 3-week rundown for the championship chase grid. Who's going to get in? Who's going to be on the outside looking in as we head around the track for the final few times here tonight. Race leader Kevin Burrows will see popsicle sticks on display this time around with just 2 laps remaining at the Glen. There you can see your race leaders, your race winners scrolling through the ticker this time by, failed to mention, last week's race winner at Darlington Raceway, John McMillan Jr., not in the field here tonight, not able to make the trip. So as McMillan Jr. began to climb through the point standings, he's going to fall a little bit behind now to his fellow drivers, and it's going to be very tough for him to make his way into that championship chase grid. Even if he wins these final 2 races, it's going to be hard pressed for McMillan Jr. to get himself up into a points position to where he can make it into the chase. After tonight's run, it looks like Pierce Maffitt, Hunter Collier, Jason Branch should all make their way into a championship position. Aaron Kerwitz finishing inside the top 10. He's only got to have one more solid top 10 finish, and he'll solidify his championship hopes and dreams. As race leader crosses the start-finish line, white flag is out. Final lap here from Watkins Glen International Raceway for race number 8 for Swift Motorsports. Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series back through the uphill S's for the final time. They'll head down the straightaway and towards the bus stop chicane for the final time. A lot of lap cars out in front of Burrows right now. How do you navigate this race, fans? How do you go about this? Do you keep it business at hand, or you go ahead and calm it on down, knowing that you have almost a 25-second advantage, and just kind of coast it to the finish to make sure you do finish indeed? It looks like Burrow's going to go ahead and answer that question for us. He's going to stay on the gas off of the final 2 corners now. Just 1 turn left. Well, it's a right-hand turn, but the only corner for him to get through. And back to the stripe, crossing the line, capturing the flag. New race winner here in season number 4 for the Swift Motorsports Performance Truck Series. Kevin Burrows, lights out tonight from the Glen. What a performance, what a run, what a show out of Burrows. Led the most laps, had the fastest lap. He also walked away with the pole position. I mean, he got everything that he could get here tonight. I don't think he got fastest in happy hour, but he got everything else here tonight, walking away with a bag full of points from the Glen is Burrows, and he'll enjoy his cool down lap. And well, race fans, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, get things set up for your post-race interview, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And back trackside once again at the conclusion of a great road course race here. Great in the sense that we've seen some absolute lights out battles. We've seen an absolute dominating performance by your race winner. We've seen great turnarounds on seasons. We had a driver make his way back to the podium after a little bit of a drought after the first three races going to a podium position, struggling to get back there for a handful of races, but finally getting the job done. Let's see if we can gather a word real quick with the driver that walked away third here tonight. Let's see if we can grab a quick word in with Hunter Collier. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after finally getting back here to the podium in the Truck Series?
Feels absolutely great. It's been a long time since I got a podium in trucks, and it feels good to finally get one after races like Michigan and Darlington, where it was just taken away from me at the very end. It's good to be back here for once.
Now let's go ahead and address the monkey in the room, if you will, or the elephant in the room, I should say. Tonight, kind of a one truck show at the front. Did you think you had anything at any point in time to maybe get up there and battle with Pierce or Kevin?
Absolutely not. They were on their own completely different show. Pierce had me for about 15 seconds ahead, so I just ran my own race, made sure that Sean and Jason didn't catch up to me, and that was basically it.
Well, Hunter, man, another lights out performance for you. Back to the podium once again. That's going to help your point standings situation. I believe you came into the point standings with the points lead in this series as well. So a solid finish for you, and that should keep you in that top spot. So before we let you go here tonight, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back at the shop or at home?
I'd like to thank Peak Racing, obviously my teammates Rob, Sean, Logan, and Pierce. They all ran super well tonight. I couldn't have asked for a better result for the team. Pierce got second, and Sean had probably his best race of the season. Just an absolutely great night for the team and for everyone else. I'd also like to thank L&J Welding, Blue Cast, all those people for sponsoring the team and keeping all of this afloat. Because, I mean, I like to have fun out here, and it was a good show put on by the admins and the drivers too in the league. It was definitely a fun race.
Absolutely. We couldn't have said it better ourselves. And Hunter, man, again, congratulations on the podium finish. And we'll see if we can't catch up with you at New Hampshire or Texas in the next coming weeks. What do you say?
Yeah, I'll probably be there. I'll see you later, Dave.
All right, my man. All right, there you have it. Some final few parting words. Driver happy to get back to a podium spot. Walking away third tonight, the 83 of Hunter Collier. That's going to move us right along to the driver that finished second here tonight. Back to another podium finish. Let's see if we can't grab a few words with the driver inside of that 41 machine. Pierce, it's Dave. You got me?
Yes.
Hey, man. Well, I got you, too. Heck of a finish here for you tonight. How you feeling after a solid second place?
Tired. This road course stuff is pretty tiring.
Yeah, I can hear you. So, first time we were at a road course this season, turning left and right. Is it really that much more physical to get this truck around the racetrack?
It's more of a mental thing than a physical thing, I think. Physically, it's not that much harder, but mentally, it just requires, at least to me, a lot more focus. Maybe that's just because I don't do this all that much. I don't know.
Well, I got to focus to try to remember where I'm even at in real life. So, I mean, hey, I can only imagine trying to remember braking points and all these different corners. But nonetheless, Pierce, heck of a finish for you here tonight. Was there anything that you could have done differently to maybe cut into that race lead and have a shot at battling with Burrows for the top spot?
No. It's Kevin Burrows. He's back.
Simple answer, huh? You just nope, right to it. Just okay.
Yeah. I was probably like the third fastest guy tonight, so second even is good enough.
All right. Well, we hear you, my man, and good to see you back in good spirits, and glad to see you back here in the podium positions here tonight from the Glen. So before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, of course, Peak Racing, everyone here. The teamwork is really important at a track like this too, with the strategy that goes on. David Designs, Blues Diecast for coming on and sponsoring us again, and the admins and you for putting on a broadcast every week.
Well, we do appreciate it, Pierce. I know the admins and race control and officials all appreciate it back at Swift. And my man, again, congratulations, and we'll see if you can finish the season with 2 more podiums. What do you say?
I hope so.
All right, well, there you have it. Maffett happy with the way the race went, and you heard it from him. No, there ain't anything he could have done to run down your race winner, but walking away second here tonight, back in the podium form once again, Pierce Maffett in the 41. And, well, we talked about it during the race. We talked about it with some of the fellow drivers at the end of the race in these podium positions. Let's go ahead and see if we can dial them up. Let's see if we can't get a hold of your race winner inside the 23 machine. Kevin, it's Dave. You got your ears on?
I do. How are you, Dave?
I'm doing great. I don't think I'm as great as you. I mean, what was it? 15-second lead by the end of it or more? Man, what were you doing in that truck?
Road course, my thing. I absolutely love road course. I don't do a lot of oval. My main thing is road course. It's right up my alley. I love it.
Well, I tell you what, they better not put a second or maybe even third road course in at any point in time if they don't want to get spanked. Not trying to build you up any, but man, I have not seen a dominating performance like that in a truck at a road course in a very, very long time. You absolutely were lights out, lap after lap. How did you keep the pace in the truck?
I actually tried a little bit of, conserving the tires and just trying to keep it safe. I could tell that I was going to pull away, and I didn't want to go crazy, and clip the grass, and off we go into the wall and then race over. So I just played it safe, tried not to get the tires overheated, and just tried to stay consistent as possible.
Absolutely. It's the old kind of saying. I know it's worded quite differently depending on who you hear it from, but the fastest way around the road course is to stay on the road course.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Kevin, first race win for you of the season here in season number 4 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. What do you got in store for us over the next 2 weeks? Are you going to kind of spoil the end of the season for some of these drivers and maybe take a win at New Hampshire or Texas?
Well, that'd be okay. I'd be all right with that. I've been riding the struggle bus a little bit. Had some, caught up in this and that, and just getting more of a feel for it. It's definitely a change coming from the ARCA. The ARCA to me seemed like it fit my driving style better. So I really enjoyed it, but we're getting there. I'm learning it, and hopefully keep progressing and be back up here again.
Absolutely. Well, Kevin, this race win is going to do your point standings a pretty good shot in the arm there. So you should be inside the top 10 after the point standings come out. We'll have to wait to see how all that unfolds, but just a handful of races left, and we hope we get to talk to you again before the end of the regular season. But before we let you go and celebrate tonight's dominating win here at the Glen, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah. As always, thank my wife and my daughter for putting up my hobby here, and thank you, Dave. You always do a great job, man, and I really hope to come back up and talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. Well, I gotta ask one question just because I can kind of cheat and see the chat. Did you thank your wife first because she commented in the chat, or are you smart enough to always thank her first?
You always thank the wife first.
Smart man, smart man. Well, you're definitely going to be able to celebrate this one now, Kevin. Job well done, man. Absolutely lights out performance, and hopefully we can talk to you again before the regular season's out.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Dave.
All right, there you have it. The man at the flag stand, checkered flag in hand, Kevin Burrows in the 26 machine, going to walk away with the race win after a dominating performance here at the Glen in upstate New York. And you heard it from him. You better watch out when it comes to the road courses, because Burrows, he ain't going to play around. He's going to put it down and just drive away into the sunset. And, well, we're going to begin to watch the sunset here at the track and begin to shut things off for the night and get ready for tomorrow night's race right here back at the Glen once again for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. But how about it, man? Will we see another dominating performance like we've seen from race winner Kevin Burrows here tonight? I don't know. There's a long way to go before we'll figure that one out. We've got about 24 hours before we will see who walks away with the race win next week. And it does indeed sound like producers hitting those familiar sounds in the background, so you know it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results here in race number 8 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series at the Glen. Walking away, dominating fashion, pole position, fastest lap, most laps led, race win, 26 of Kevin Burrows. Pierce Maffett going to come home in second. Third place belongs to Hunter Collier. Sean Mitchell back and forth with Jason Branch. Rounding out your top 5, Ron Peterson brings his backwoods 39 machine home in 6th and 7th place tonight to Adam Pettit. The Moon Brew Sparkle and Shine 31 of Greg Olenek walks away in 8th. 9th place tonight to Aaron Gerwitz. Mike Van Houten rounds out your top 10. 13 of Bobby Anderson going to walk away in 11th, 12th place tonight belongs to Lee Campbell. How about Dean Gagliano parking the 34 home in 13th, 14th spot tonight on the racetrack to the 91 of Jason Tripp. Larry Poling brings the 69 home in a top 15 spot. Scott Wise back in 16th. Michael Madden with some trouble. He'll walk away 17th. Jim Ott in that number 4 Auto Owners Insurance Machine. He has multiple track incidents, and he finishes 18th here tonight. 19th to Matt Deason, and Brandon Shelton rounds out your top 20. Sean Kozer, Jason Erson back in 22nd. 23rd belongs to Nathan Nixon. Jake Fluman in 24th. 25th on the track and final spot in the running order here tonight, the 92 of Sean Griffin. Tip of the cap, shout out, you're welcome to all of our driver admins and race officials up there in the booth. Logan Hartman, Aaron Davidson, Michael Robinson, and Gary Wells keeping everybody straight on the track, keeping track of all the on-track incidents as well. Job well done, my friends, and well, that's going to be about it for us tonight here from the Glen. If you haven't already, race fans, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe and smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. With another one in the bag, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.